Find the vertices and foci of the ellipse. Sketch its graph showing the foci. The first thing we need to do here is group our x terms and y terms together because we're going to complete the square to find the center of the ellipse. So we'll write this as 4x squared. We'll group together that minus 32x term. We'll leave room for something else that we'll add to complete the square. We'll also have the plus 9y squared here and the minus 36y term. We'll have to add something to complete the square, and I'm going to subtract the 64 from both sides of the equation. Now, it's also important when you're completing the square to factor the lead coefficient of x. So we'll write that as 4x squared minus 8x plus something that we're going to add, plus 9 times a y squared minus 4y plus something equals negative 64. And then we'll take the material in parentheses, the expression in parentheses, and do the step of completing the square by taking half of b, that's negative 4, and squaring it to get 16. For this other term, we'll have half of b, that's negative 2, and squaring it to get 4, negative 2 squared being 4. Now on the left-hand side, we've added 4 times 16, and we've added 9 times 4. So we're going to have to add those to the right-hand side as well. Doing that, 4 times 16 gives me 64, and 9 times 4 gives me 36. So I'll add all those together, and we see that we have a right-hand side of 36, and a left-hand side of 4 times x minus 4 squared. That's the factorization of that. Plus 9 times y minus 2 squared, and all of that equals 36. I'll move that over here. So that is the form of the ellipse. It shows us where the center's x and y coordinates are. Of course, if we divide everything by 36, we'll have a more conventional form for our ellipse. That would be x minus 4 squared over 9, y minus 2 squared over 4 equals 1. And so the ellipse that we have will be centered at 4, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Our center is here. And it will have a major axis of 3 units because this 9 is the square of 3. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 from there. That'll give us the one vertex along the major axis. 3 back puts us here. And up and down 2 units puts us here and about here, respectively. And so the ellipse has this shape to it. To find the foci, we need to use the expression c squared equals a squared minus b squared, where, or if you take the square root, we have c equals the square of a, that was 9, minus the square of b, which was 4, a squared, of course, being the larger of the two denominators here. And so that gives me a square root of 5, and so the foci are from 2 up, to the left, the square root of 5, square root of 5 being a little over 2, so we're going to subtract a little over 2 from that, getting a foci about here and here, and those 2 points will be the foci. They are at the center, that's negative, positive 4 plus or minus our square root of 5, and the y-coordinate will still be 2 at both of those points. So those are the 2 foci, as we've shown in the graph as well. So that's an estimate for what the shape of this thing looks like, and we found the foci as required in the problem.